Hey, what's up, reefers? This is the start of my kind of journal of setting up my Advanced Acrylic 160-gallon Peninsula tank there that I had made. John from Advanced Acrylic did some great work as always, but I'll be setting that up. This is my 150-gallon Rubbermaid tub that I'm going to be putting everything in. And right now I'm kind of like in the middle of breaking down my Advanced Acrylic 60-gallon frag tank there. So I forgot to start recording before I start breaking everything down, but I'm kind of in the middle of it. As you can see, some of the fishes and everything here. Bad coloration, but got most of the water out, but still need to drain and catch all the fishes and put them in the other tank here. But I'll be pretty much moving all of this out, but I got some good corals in there, some Japanese deep water toadstool leathers there, some Fiji yellow leathers there, some of these Grandis Pallas zoas there. People say those are very toxic, as long as you if they get dry. So make sure to remember to keep them wet. This is a red or purplish sponge that I have, and macroalgae. There's a wrasse down there, and Leertail anthias. But some of the fishes are just chilling. Yellow tang, blue throat trigger, tiger's tail, cucumber, one of the best sand sifters that you can get. They do a great job, and they split as well too. So they split, and you can end up selling them off as well. Down here you can see my foul fish. There's a foul fish down there. That's my marine beta right down there. So, yep, this is the tank. You can see my Radion there. I'll probably swap out these lights, use some of them. Not too sure what I'm going to do for the lights yet, but I know it'll be mostly Radions on this rail right here. So, still got to figure that out. And then this is the sump down there. This is a Reefer 350 sump. So that one I will be taking out. I'll be using my other sump for my Ellis tank inside. But that's the control board. I'll probably reuse that, but mount it somewhere else. But yeah, this one is the tank that's getting set up. And then down here is some of the rocks I pulled out and everything, so should have lots of room. I need to hook up another pump in here, probably for the fishes and an air stone and everything. So let's see, that's my water tank, you guys can see. I'll show you guys in the meantime, since I have you here. This is my quarantine tank here. It's an Innovative Marine 30-gallon long. This has got some of the no-tail Desjardini tangs there, and then the hybrid powder blue tang down there. Don't pay attention to this, the ammonia badge. I just end up reusing them and actually get a new one, and then actually reuse the old ones. Just double check the ammonia there, it doesn't hurt. And then this right here is my mushroom tank down there. I got some mushrooms, my OG bounces. These are Godzillas right there. That's another weird King Kong like Yuma, but it's got long stringy bubbles instead. Frankenstein mushroom there, and there's another one there. Red Linkia, and then anemone there. That's an Inferno anemone. and the Sprung's burning bush macroalgae. But yeah, that's some of my tanks. This is me setting it up. So a lot more work to do, but main goal for tonight is get all the fishes out of that tank and into this tank. And then tomorrow will be to move this tank up, or take that tank down and then move this tank up. So see you tomorrow. Bye. All right, guys, it's 1:07 a.m. I've got all the sand pushed to the side, all the fishes and corals taken out of this tank. So I'll do the rest tomorrow. Break everything down, take everything out. All the fishes and everything are in here. I think the most important thing about this is, one, temperature. Make sure your temperature, try to keep the temperature up. Right now it's at 67.8. I have a target of 78 that I want it to get to. So I got 2 heaters in here, so that way I can heat it up. I have an air stone in there to give oxygen to the fishes, and then also I have a C-shaped pump in there for more water circulation. So main thing is oxygen for the fishes and temperature in here. But cross my fingers, hope everything goes good tomorrow, so that way they'll spend 2 days in here. Friday night and then Saturday night, and then hopefully Sunday I'll be able to get them into this new tank here after I plumb it and everything. So hopefully all goes well. Thanks, bye. What's up, reefers? Today is the continuation of the tank swap. Today's Sunday. Plans end up getting changed because I ended up breaking down a tank and getting some crushed coral for the new tank. So everything got delayed a bit, but this is where I'm at right now. About to break down that tank right there to get everything out of the sump. Took all the sand and everything out of that frag tank, and we'll try to cut the plywood, put it on there, and then get this tank up there tonight so I can start plumbing. But this is the 150-gallon tank here. You can see I've got it covered so that way the temperature can stay cool. But all the fishies are down there. Hopefully they're doing okay. I got air stone as well in there, so that way has lots of oxygen for them. So the plan is to take these baskets and take out all this media, biomedia, and then I'm gonna put in the 150-gallon, so that way the bacteria stays alive, so I can use it for the new sump that I'll be using. So that is the plan. I will work on it right now. So see you guys later. Bye. Hey, what's up, everybody? So I'm cutting the piece of plywood so I can put this under the tank. So this section right here, I need to cut left 2 inches here and then 5 inches here, because I need to cut this out so that way the pipes from the internal overflow can stick through here. But yeah, I sanded this down so it's nice and smooth. But I'm going to put the anti-fatigue mats from Harbor Freight on top, so that way it gives it a nice cushion for the tank. People say you don't have to put the leveling mat on there, but I do that just for peace of mind, and I think it looks better. Helps prevent water from soaking onto the wood as well, and it's cheap. It's only like $11 for a roll. That's 72 inches. This is 72 inches as well, but this is 30 wide, so I'm going to be using 2 rolls for that. But yep, in the process of cutting it, measuring it out, and sanding it down. So work in progress. Making progress, finally cut this piece out. This part here was very ugly, not looking pretty at all, but good enough. But looking good. That's ready to put on the anti-fatigue mat. And then over here, I cleared this out. So this will go on top of here. I removed the frag tank out. So this will go on here. This space here should be 6 feet on the inside right here. And then this technically is 24 wide, but with this metal piece on the front and back comes out to about 26 overall. And then my tank is 30 wide. So 30 wide, it'll probably stick out a bit in the back, which is fine because I'm not gonna see it, but this should be more than strong enough. It's rated at 2,500 pounds. So should be more than enough load that it can carry. So work in progress, to be continued. All right, got the board on top. So a problem that we're gonna run into is these metal grate right here. So need to cut it so that way it has room for the bulkheads and the pipes to come up into the tank. Don't know about this yet because it might hit this. Didn't calculate for that, so hopefully it doesn't hit it. But it looks like I might be able to even remove this, hopefully relocate it, but hopefully it doesn't. But I bought this to go ahead and cut it, so I'll show you guys what it looks like after. So I'm cutting it right here. Looks like I'm gonna need to take the plywood off so I can get under here. Okay, so I was able to cut those wires. I got enough clearance down there. I was able to remove this beam right there. And just gotta put the tank on, put the anti-fatigue mat on here for cushion. And this should be enough space right there for the plumbing. So cross my fingers. Hopefully it works, but so far, this is what it looks like. So we'll see. Hopefully I can get the tank on here tonight so I can start plumbing it. But there you go. So as you can see, it kind of hangs over too much right now, so I actually want it to go back a little bit more, but it all depends on the alignment of the bulkhead right here, because as you can see, the hole right here, it's about, the middle of the hole is about 3 inches in and 3 inches in there. So if I get a tape measure, sorry guys, I don't really edit my videos, so you have to deal with me walking in wobbly video. But let's see. So if that is 3 inches in, ooh, you know what? I think it's gonna hit, so I'll probably have to push this one in more so that way it doesn't hit this bar right here. Because if that's 3 inches there, so I need it to be right about here to have clearance. So that side shouldn't be a problem once I push this side in. So we'll see. All right, plywood is in place. So I put the anti-fatigue mat here, the Harbor Freight anti-fatigue mat. On top, I just used some of these screws to screw it in to keep them in place right here. Had to use 2 pieces so that way it's this is from the old tank, because that way it's the same width, thickness. The other one I got was a bit thinner, so had to use this one. Ended up, hey. All right, so tank is on the stand, looking good, fills it out perfectly. Looks really good. Advanced Acrylic did a great job. John over at Advanced Acrylic did an amazing job on this tank, but I messed up. So I put the bulkheads in, which is good, and the hole's clear, but I didn't think about for when I need to screw on the nut right here, so I need more room there, so I messed up. I didn't think about it. So now I gotta take the tank off the stand, cut the plywood, probably about another ½ inch, but I'll probably just do a whole entire section right here. So that way it gives me clearance to just in case, but that's my bad. I messed up. So should have measured and thought it through more, but yeah. So I'll probably cut the board another 3/4 inch and then this wire piece all the way in so it doesn't stick out anymore, but probably cut it right here. So, but I think I'm done for the night. Tired. To be continued tomorrow. But other than that, once I get that taken care of, then I can do more plumbing. Swap out the sumps. I'm going to use my sump inside in my Elos tank since it's bigger. Plan is to put it right down in this section so that way the plumbing can go straight down into the section of the sump. Luckily it's the same layout as this, so it'll fit perfectly there. So that is the plan. So I'll start working on it again tomorrow. It's late. Thanks for watching. Bye.